like that.
What the fuck happened
So
to this
he's
dude?
kind of proud
What?
to see me being able to do that. So I'm
What,
happy to make my parents proud.
what happened, Renell, with like it sounds like you're really, really sick. Do you have like liver disease, or did you get into what happened? That you're so sick that you couldn't move your legs.
Yeah, basically, my liver actually has not completely failed, but almost.
Oh,
So I need a liver transplant,
Yeah,
gotcha.
that sucks.
but at the same time, I'm taking medication to see. Basically, the doctors are saying that if that helps, and then also go into this therapy so that it can kind of help me.
Mhm.
So hopefully, I'm in the right path.
How are you doing emotionally?
Emotionally, I'm coping up. Staying strong and taking one day at a time. I mean, I'm not letting things get to me. I have a lot of support from a lot of people around me and things like that. So that helps quite a bit. I mean, I don't know what I would do without my family. So, um,
I'm glad that you're here tonight. I'm glad that I was able to meet you. Usually I try to lock the meeting and I forgot. I just locked it right now. So I'm glad I did it because it sounds like you're having a hard time getting into the group. So it's really nice to meet you. Um, and I'm really happy that you're feeling better.
right. And I mean, I have a question. I mean, because every time I try to join the meeting, something happens, and I have to figure out what happened and how to log in and join. Because I don't want to be late or anything like that. I'm always on time. I always clock in 15 minutes earlier. But
Yeah, so with these groups, 15 minutes early doesn't work because the group doesn't start until the therapist jumps on. So like we start the group. So that's
right,
probably the frustration. Sorry, that's probably the frustration that you're having is you're trying to get on early and then you're kind of getting in this loop. So I would say just right at 5:30, try to get on. And I'm typically like honestly, I could join at 5:30 or 5:32. That's about my time frame.
I see. Okay. I, I didn't know that. We were basically changing software and things like that. So,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. That was my delay tonight is like so I did a group this morning. I do the same group with the AM people and it looked different. It was like normal. And then I got back on to do the group tonight and it changed. And I was like, where's my meeting? So I had to like go through and try to figure out where my meeting was. I was afraid I was going to have to send out a new invite, but I found it.
okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't want to be in the loop or anything like that, but I'm glad I was able to find it. And I just want to make sure. I mean, a- an email or a heads up, things like that would really help. But I understand. But what I've done is I've bookmarked this page from Cisco or something like that. It's called.
Yeah,
But
the WebEx.
yeah, the WebEx where it says attend a meeting. So next time on Thursday, if I just go to that bookmark and click on attend meeting, I can just like pop and join everybody, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
so I would say you just get on every email and ask the group what they do. But every week we send the email out, so you just get on to that new email.
Which new email?
So
If you're
there's-
not getting the emails, then that would be a complication because they do send out emails for every class.
So the emails go to your personal email inbox.
You know, I was going to ask about that. How come they don't come through as appointments?
Because it's with WebEx, so that's why we got special permission from you guys to send an email to your personal email to do a WebEx invite, because it's something that's just changed with COVID. It doesn't go through Health Connect system.
Oh, so a workaround, what is it? I just take that link and then I just throw it on my calendar as a recurring meeting. That way I'm not digging through my emails trying to find it, if that helps anyone.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And I keep mine the same. I don't know about, so I think Dimitri and Terry, they may change theirs every week. I don't know. But mine's the same.
Well, for today was the first time that it said Marcy Navarro. Usually all of them say AMS Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
That's because I sent it wrong.
Oh, okay. So next week it'll just be the regular AMS.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, because at the top when we send it, we have to click it over. It says my email or it says AMRS, and so I sent it wrong. I used to pay attention too. Like I look at it like 5 times before I send it, and I still missed it.
So who can basically add me to the list?
You're on the list, because if you weren't, you wouldn't have been able to get in this group.
So is it on my kp.org?
No, it's on your email. So right now,
Like
can I?
my Yahoo?
Can I ask? It's in your private email.
My Yahoo?
Yeah, if that's your email that you use.
Yahoo. Okay. I'll look out for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure really fast, and then we're gonna get to our skill, okay?
Okay.
And then if you have it, I would reach out to Dimitri if you're still having a hard time, okay?
Yes. Okay.
But let me make sure, because you got it or you wouldn't have been able to get on tonight. It's not opening up for me. Okay, here we go. I just be patient and it comes along. So right now, yeah, I saw you on there. Yeah. So that's why, because you got it through email right now. You're on there. You're good to go.
Okay, excellent. I mean, that
Okay.
makes life so much easier.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready to talk about the skill?
Yes.
So I thought about what you guys said, and I shared with the morning group that, your guys, the PM program last week was really talking about, like, how do you start to set goals for yourself and kind of start figuring out a new path in sobriety, right? Because, and then we talked a little bit about the alchemist last week and how the boy is searching for his personal legend. And we talked a little bit about how sometimes things get us of what our personal legend is, which is, what is our life purpose? And, when substances come into play, they kind of direct us and move us away from, where we're supposed to go. So in recovery, it's figuring all that stuff out.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Emma. Is it Emma?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off, Emma. Can I just take like a 5-minute restroom break and then come back if you don't mind?
Yes, of course. You don't have to ask. Thank you for letting us know right now.
Okay. Thank you. I'll be back. Thank you.
Okay. So I thought about that, what you guys were saying, and I thought the ABC skills would be really great. So there's, this is a dialectical behavioral therapy coping skill. And we're not going to go over the please. We're going to go over just the top 3. So I'll read it for you guys, and then we're going to talk about it. So I'll read the first one, and then I'll stop the sharing, and then we'll talk, and then we'll go back and forth. Okay. So the ABC skills are, the goal of these skills is to reduce vulnerability when we're in our emotional mind. And the idea of being able to reduce vulnerability is to, first you build positive experiences, which increase positive emotions. Figuring out a hobby or a task or a skill or something that you would like to engage in, and start working on getting better at that, and then coping ahead. So this piece really is important as we're going into the holiday season. So let's talk about accumulating positive experiences. So short term is that you do pleasant things that are possible now. And the long term is you make changes in your life so that positive events can happen more often in the future. And then you build a life worth living. So with that being said, what are some positive things that you guys are starting to be aware of what you want to start doing?
I have a long-standing fountain pen hobby and handwriting and letter writing hobby, which I completely let go of when I started using cannabis. And so I've gotten back into it. I cleaned all my pens and I started writing letters to my friends, and it really does help me feel better.
Awesome. Is that what you're doing right now with all that over there?
I'm just taking notes.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, but that's essentially, yeah. So this is one of my favorite pens.
Oh, that's cool.
Cleaned up and got it ready to go.
Yeah, it's like fun, huh? To make it all pretty.
So fun.
Yeah. Anybody else? Anybody drop something, a positive experience, kind of like what Emma's talking about, and you need to kind of explore regaining and getting back involved in it? Come on, guys. There's 11 of you.
This is Marie, and for me, I feel like because I'm not hungover most of the time, I'm able to be a better teacher, and I'm really enjoying the kids. And I mean, distance learning has been frustrating and a little difficult, but I really look forward, to just interacting and talking with the kids, and I just feel like that I'm a better teacher as far as I'm more present for the students, and just able and want to be there for them, whereas before it was just getting through the day to get home and do what I needed to do and have a glass of wine, where now I feel like my relationships are much better as far as with my family and with the kids.
Yeah, any comments for Emma and Marie on that? I have a comment for you, Marie, after. I don't want to take up other people's comments, though. I could talk a lot if I... Any other comments for Marie or Emma?
Well, I mean, I've noticed my performance at work is a lot better than what it used to be too. And yeah, I mean, I too am enjoying my job a lot better now than I was.
Yeah, so that's kind of like, if you think about it, Cody and Marie, right? And like when we're talking about work, that's a building mastery. So you guys are engaged in something, that you're doing for a living, and in your sobriety, you're kind of revisiting that and you're being fully present, right? And especially what you're describing, Marie, is that you're like really taking time to see the kids that are in front of you, right?
Yeah, no, and I think, I mean, I would have had more kids if I would have had the opportunity, but But my boys are grown too, and so now I just, like I said, I just miss the hugs and, you know, that kind of thing. But again, I just feel like I'm much more present and have, even though we're Zooming, I think I'm building good relationships because I am more present with the students.
I would agree with that 100%. That's nice.
I feel like I'm being a better mom too. My kids are like coming to cuddle up in my lap. I thought they were too old for that, but probably I was just not being present enough to encourage that. So I feel like I'm getting time with my kids back in a really good way.
How old are your kids again, Emma?
I have a 9-year-old and a 13-year-old.
Yeah, and I feel like even my 21-year-old who's moved back home,